Welcome to another episode of Smoltzy and Friends. Today's podcast, we're going to talk about a word that's holding way too many of us back: failure. You've heard it. You've probably said it. Maybe you even felt it deep in your gut. But I want to challenge you today. What if we took that word failure and just cut it out of our vocabulary? Let's dig into what happens when we replace failure with something more powerful. I believe words shape our identity. Words matter. The language we use frames how we see ourselves. When you say, "I failed," it doesn't just describe what happened. It often becomes who you think you are. You didn't fail. Remember, you learned. You tested. You tried something, and maybe it didn't work this time. That's not failure. That's information. And that shift in language changes everything. Think about a scientist in a lab. They try an experiment. It doesn't go as planned. Do they say I failed? No, they say the results taught me something. And then they try it again and again. That's the mindset we need to start carrying. So how often do we reframe failure? Here are 3 better words that you can use instead. Attempt. Say, I attempted something outside my comfort zone. That sounds a lot more honest and a lot less final. Training. Say, that was a training round. Think of it as a rehearsal. It wasn't meant to be perfect. It was meant to prepare you. Data. I like this one. Say, no, I have data. Every missed shot, every stumble, every awkward moment gives you feedback for your next step. That's valuable. I have a couple examples of some famous people, and I'm going to remove their name. One was fired for lack of imagination. Another one was cut from his high school basketball team. Were they failures? Not even close. They were just people collecting data, learning, and refusing to stop. What separated them wasn't luck. It was language and resilience. They didn't label themselves as failures. They saw each setback as part of the story, not the end of it. So here's our challenge this week. Catch ourselves anytime you want to say, I failed, and instead say, I'm learning, I'm adjusting, I'm moving forward. Write it somewhere. Say it out loud. Let it shape how you think. You are not a failure. You are a work in progress, a story unfolding, a masterpiece still in motion. Thanks for tuning in. If this message landed with you today, share it with someone else who might need to hear it. Let's normalize learning. Let's celebrate attempts. And let's kick the word failure out of our vocabulary for good. Until next time, keep going, keep learning, and whatever you do, don't stop showing up.